April 1805. Yes, Mr. President, do you have one in mind?
I'd like to send a group to explore our territory between the Mississippi River and the Pacific Ocean.
I volunteer, Mr. President.
I thought you might. I'd like you to map the area surrounding the legal planted animals of every region. There will be dangers and French won't like us wandering over there.
Do you still plan to secretly buy the land from the French?
Yes, but I want your team to start out before we evacuate. Imitate anyone, please.
I would like to bring my friend, William Clark. He is smart, has tenacity, and everyone seems to like him instantly. He would be great help with bears and French along the way.
I hope and pray you can accomplish this task for our young nation.
I will do my best, Mr. President. Scene 2, August 1804.
This cruise certainly has had its share of troubles.
Yes, we have had blistering heat, mosquitoes, sickness, thunderstorms.
And the constant paddling is taking its toll. And we haven't even encountered Indians yet. It was so sad when Sergeant came.
We tried every medicine we had.
You've been a great replacement for the surgeon. Yes, Sergeant. Don't know what we would do without you.
Thank you, man. It was very sad about Sergeant Floyd. He was a good man. I will go see to his burial. Scene 3, December 1804.
Captain, this Frenchman says he can help us. This Indian chief here tells me you're trying to find your way to the Pacific Ocean. I'll guide you if you pay me. Who are you, and who is this woman with you? I'm Chavano, and this is Sagajuria, my wife. Will you hire us?
Us? Your wife looks as though she's going to have her baby soon. She cannot travel.
Sagajuria is very strong. When the baby's born, she'll carry him on her back. She is a Shoshone Indian. You have to pass through people's lands.
George, ask her if she really wants to go with us, even if it means sharing her meat.
What is he doing?
Junior knows the Indian sign language. Many Indian tribes use the same signs. It's quite an invention.
She says she wants very much to go and see her people again.
How did she know?
I don't trust this Charbonneau, but I admire Sacagawea, and the girl would be very helpful to have on our trip through those Indians.
Yes. Her husband seems to want to use her, but she seems tough and smart.
Yes, I think I'll have Janie speaking English as well as Dolly Madison.
Janie.
She reminds me of a Janie I once knew.
Mary River, April 1805.
Captain Clark, look what I have found for dinner. No, must not eat. Make you sick. Die.
But it looks just like...
Ben, listen to Janie. She knows what's safe and what's poisonous.
And I saved us from wild animals and nervous Indians to boot.
I know, but I'm sick of the same old thing.
Better than sick from new food. Scene 5, Montana, May 1805. I thought it would be nice to be on land for a while, but not with these random snakes around.
Thank goodness Janie warned us about them. She's been very helpful, and the fellows sure do admire her.
Yes, if she doesn't seem to complain, the men don't care.
Look, one of the boats is going down.
All the equipment, the medicines, the gunpowder, the journals, the compass. What is Charbonneau doing? He just caused the boat to capsize.
Look, Sacagawea jumped in the water with the baby. She's swimming. She never ceases to amaze me.
Thank God you're doing this.
And look, she's our compass box. Thank God for that woman. I do think that's the greatest thing I've ever seen.
Scene 6, at the Continental Divide, August 1805.
We're on Shoshone land. This is where I was taken by the Minotaurs long ago.
Do you think your people will remember you?
I do not know. Captain, we need horses. Yes, sir. We can't cross the mountains without them. I do not think the Shoshone will have horses. They are very poor people. That's delicious shown teeth, marriage. Wait, that's the word for brother. The teeth is her brother.
Janie, can we trade for horses?
He says they do not have any horses, but they will trade to get from since I am with you. Then we can make it to the big waters.
You mean you will go on with us, not stay with your people?
I will return to them, but nothing will stop me and my son from going with you.
Thank you, Janie. You are very brave.
Thank the Lord for that woman. I don't think we would have made it this far without her. And I do not think we would have made it the rest of the way without her.
Scene 7, Pacific Ocean, November 1805.
Captain, what is that sound? It sounds like thunder.
Don't be ridiculous. There's not a cloud in the sky.
What is it, Sacagawea?
Not much further. It's just ahead.
What is it, more waterfalls? I hope they're not as big as the last ones we had to go around.
No, smell the air. It's the ocean. The Pacific Ocean. We've spanned all of North America.
I told you we were on our way.
You are so right. We couldn't have done it without her.
She's an amazing woman. Simply amazing.
Worth her weight in gold coins. Lewis and Clark returned to President Jefferson and gave him detailed information, which helped the American plan the westward expansion for the Louisiana Purchase. And Lewis was appointed governor for the Louisiana Territory, and Clark was a diplomat to the Native American people and became a foster father to Sacagawea's son, who was born on the expedition. As for Sacagawea, she has been written about and had statues made in her honor, and in 2000, she was immortalized in gold coins as well.
Curtain.
November 337 AD. Rome had been the capital of the powerful republic for 500 years and a mighty empire for almost 300 years. The Emperor Constantine moved the capital from Rome to Byzantium, which he had renamed Constantinople. Yes, he named it after himself.
Emperor, we can barely keep up with you. How large do you plan to make the new capital?
Until the Lord Almighty stops me, Noah Rome will be the greatest city on all the earth. I'll build the grandest church towering to the world has ever seen, towering to the heavens. As the first Christian emperor of Rome, I would like the world to see how seriously I take my new religion.
Why not rebuild the old Rome, Emperor?
The future of our civilization is in the east,
This place is truly the crosses of the world.
and a perfect fortress with rushing water on 3 sides.
But Emperor, what will happen to Rome when we move the capital here to Byzantium?
Rome will have brought the fate upon itself.
Who will rule when you are gone, Emperor?
My 3 sons will rule together. I'm sure they will make the empire even greater.
A tear apart between them.
Latius, I want you to go to our Roman outpost on the Danube River to make sure it's being protected against the Visigoths and the Huns.
Yes, Emperor, I will stay as long as you wish me to.
Scene 2, the Danube River. It's 378 AD, a Roman camp. The Visigoths was a native Germanic people and had been invaded by the Romans many years before, and now are being attacked by the ferocious Huns from the east.
General, some Visigoths have arrived. Their leader wishes to speak with you.
How many are there? Can you hold them off?
These men don't want to attack, sir. These men survive an attack.
Who attacked them? Bring in their leader.
General, our homes, our farms, everything gone. We cannot return. Please let us cross the river and settle somewhere farther west.
Who attacked you?
Huns from the east, they are like a flood that cannot be stopped.
You must be exaggerating.
No, General, they do not stop for food, pain, water, or rest. They ride horses like demons.
Your people may stay here, but you will need to pay for our protection and follow my rules.
Anything.
several months later. So as the Romans allowed the Visigoths to stay in the area, they treated them terribly and made them pay large amounts of money. Luckily, the Roman leader had been smart and hidden all his weapons just in case the Romans decided to take advantage of them.
The situation is getting worse. We have paid almost everything we have for protection and food.
Have those greedy Romans raised their prices again?
It's worse than that. When we ran out of silver, they started demanding the children.
Has anyone paid them with a child?
Starvation and fear are terrible things. They have left us with no other choice.
And those Romans call us Visigoths barbarians. Get the others and bring the weapons. It's time the Sabbaths pay for the crime.
Scene 4. A Roman marketplace, 378 AD. Two Roman shopkeepers discussing the news of the battle of the Visigoths and the Romans at a Roman camp on the Danube.
Dominus, have you heard? The Visigoths are rampaging all over Thrace.
Why? The Roman army offered them safe passage across the Danube.
Like the Roman officials here, they are evil. One of our generals sent a track to kill the leader. They invited him to dinner and then attacked him.
How barbaric. Did they succeed? Is the leader dead?
No, but it sure made them mad. They've killed many of our soldiers.
How many Romans have died?
2/3 of our army.
2/3?
And worse,
What could be worse?
they've killed Emperor Valens.
How will Rome survive?
Nothing could bring down our mighty empire, certainly not barbaric Goths.
Scene 4. The same Roman marketplace we just saw, but now the year is 410 AD. Things have changed a lot for the Roman shopkeepers we met earlier.
No bread for sale today?
Not a loaf. There was no flour because little grain is harvested anymore. The farmers abandoned their farms and the taxes drove workers away and farmers abandoned their farms. If only Emperor Constantine's sons hadn't split the empire into 3 parts.
What are you going to do?
Leave. Rome is dying. Every other day is their holiday. People spend all their time in parades and circuses. Alaric, the Visigoth king, has surrounded us. Even if we can make peace with them, they're on hunt from the east. If only Emperor Constantine's sons hadn't split the empire into 3 parts.
Even the Christians are under attack again here in Rome. What would Emperor Constantine have thought?
I don't very much care what Constantine would think, but this is the fate he brought upon us.
Scene 6. Scene 6 of Visigoth. Scene 6. Visigoth camp outside Rome, 410 AD.
The Roman officials have sent their answer.
I knew that after we got the roads into Rome, there the people began to starve their rivers.
They claim that you are asking for too much money, that you will leave Rome leaders with nothing.
I am leaving them with a miserable life. Isn't that enough?
They say that millions of Romans in the city will fight for them.
But what about the slaves who will surely join us? No, these weak Romans haven't fought for 100 years. I don't even think they even know how to fight anymore. Some of the troops, I need to speak with them before we invade.
Yes, my king, to inspire them.
No, to remind them that we are not the barbarians. And that we will invade the city. That we will take it to just like we are allowed to do under the rules of war. But we will not harm the people, but we will not destroy the buildings. The mighty Rome has fallen, and history says that they were barbarians, not us.
Though the
Mighty Roman Empire did not fall right away. It crumbled slowly, tumbled lowly, and inside out decay. May we learn some valuable lessons from ancient Rome's sad past. Hard work and low taxes, kind treatment and paxes are keys to make governance last.
curtain.
Walking on to
I'm going to get him my parents. It was very naughty. Went to Mr. McGregor, started and squeezed under the
Veggies are delicious. Mother will never find vegetables this good in the forest. So neat. Don't give up, Mr. McGregor's coming. I see you, you wee beastie. I know you're in here.
What if the group of excited and had been so hungry?
Achoo! I am too old to go chasing after naughty rabbits.
And now to you first, turn immediately to your family and to
What's ways to get? I'm sorry, what did you say? Oh no, this is terrible. Oh no, I heard about a cat from a cousin, Benjamin Bunny. He says they cannot be trusted because they will try to eat you up. The gate! I can see the gate!
I'm sorry to say that Peter was not very well during the evening. So his mother put him to bed with always a chamomile tea for supper, but Flossie, Moxie, and Cottontail had bread and milk and black eggs for supper, for they were good little guys.
Once upon a time, there was a very beautiful doll's house and a little girl too. It was red brick with white windows, and it had a real front door and a chimney. If you wanted to do dolls, call Lucinda and
Jane was the cook. She never did any cooking because the dinner was pretend doll. They did have candy in a box. They would not come off the plate. They were extra beautiful.
One morning, Lucinda and Jane went out for a drive. No one around. Soon there was a little scuffling, scratching noise in the corner near the fireplace. Tom Thumb put his head out and then popped it back in. A minute afterwards, Uncle Monkey, his wife, put her head in.
Tom and Uncle Winkle went upstairs and peeked into the dining room. Then they smelled
Such a lovely dinner set up on the table. There were tiny forks, knives, and spoons, and 2 dolly chairs.
Then Tom Thumb sat to work to carve the ham. It was a beautiful ham, but the knife broke and hurt him. He put his fingers in his mouth. It is not boiled. It is soft. You have a trial, Uncle Monka. Uncle Monka stood up in her chair and chopped up the ham with another doorknife, but it would not budge. Let's try the fish.
But it was no good because the fish was glued to the dish. They took the food on the stove on the red crinkle fire paper, but it would not cook either.
Then Tom Thumb lost his temper. He smashed and he bashed, but it would not cut. For underneath the shiny paste, it was nothing but plastic. There was no end to the rage and disappointment of Tom Thumb and Uncle Monka. Everything was pretend, even the chairs and the horses.
Tom Thumb went up the kitchen chimney and looked up at the top. There was no soot.
Later, Tom Thumb went up the kitchen chimney. Uncle Monka had utter disappointment. She found a tiny jar labeled with sugar, tea, and gin. So when she turned upside down, there was nothing except for plastic beads.
Then those mice sat to work to do all the measures they could. They took Jane's clothes out of the chest of drawers in her bedroom, stole the doll's bed, took one of the chairs, and a rug. Uncle Monka was just returning with another chair when suddenly there was a noise of talking outside the little girl's room.
The mice rushed back to their hole, and the dog came into the bag.
A little girl and her nanny set the dolls in
Lucinda sat in the kitchen chimney and stared, and Jane leaned against the wall and smiled. Neither of them said a word.
The little girl who owned the dollhouse said, I will get a doll dressed up like a policeman. But the nanny said, I will send a mousetrap.
So that was the story of the two baddies. But they were not so very naughty because now after all found something for everything he wrote.
He found a penny that had rolled into the mouse hole. On Christmas Eve, he and Uncle Munka stuffed it into